Hey, felt like we didn't leave, but we are back with another video, man. Time to chill, man. Chop up about Liverpool, close to winning the Premier League, soon to be Premier League champions. Few topics to chop up. Trent back in train. Who else? Virgil and Salah's new contract. McAllister saying no to Real Madrid. Sobo liking Slot's playing style. So much to talk about. Big up to G. Big up to Savage.
Come on, man.
Yeah, man. Let's chop it up, man. Well, I say where should we start, but I already kind of know where we should start. Let's talk about the Salah and Virgil one because I know G is doing, you know what I mean, out and chilling and stuff like that. I was just mad because I was talking to G in the morning. I said, yeah, it's today, bro. Today's the day. Today's the day Virgil says he's signing, bro. I had the thumbnail already ready to go live. But yeah, me and Sav chopped it up earlier, man. Great video. But G, what's your thoughts, man? Salah, Virgil, 2 years, 400. I heard 400 bags. The man them are on now. Big boy money. Talk to me, bro.
Yeah, I'll be on. Yeah, man. It's good. It's good. Now it's done. I can move on, bro. Like it was becoming a drag. You know what I mean? Like stay, go. At that point, I didn't even care. I just need a resolution to this, man. It's getting so boring. But yeah, no, it's good, man. It's good. It's good. It's good to see. Obviously, that they've signed. I didn't know about the 400 bags. I get that's kind of the going rate, I guess you would give to players of that kind of ilk. So, and it ain't, you said it this morning. It's not my money. Do you know what I mean? Like I can give two shit.
Problem. That 400 bags got to be conflicting reports, though, isn't it?
Yeah. As in, I don't know. Like,
not because of I think the journalists are wrong. I feel like they've actually just made a typing mistake or something because it doesn't make any sense. Like because the thing said something like Virgil will stay on 400 bags, and I'm like, stay on 400 bags. That means that would have meant he was the highest paid earner at the club, and he wasn't. Salah was, yeah.
Savage.
Unless Salah's thing is just something, you know what I mean? That's the hidden deal, bro. It's just mad, but we keep, you know what I mean? We're pretending he's.
But to be fair, I'm just looking at it now. It's saying he wasn't on 400 bags before. He was on whatever he was on.
So what they mean to say that it's gone up to it then instead of saying it stayed on there?
Nah, as in his incentives take him to 400 bags.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's that's jokes. So he's yeah. But listen, like I said, it's good. Get them signed, and then I think it's just easier as well because if the longer, I mean, it was going on too long anyway. But also just for the summer and stuff, like you know what I mean, like players that like might look at it and be like, "What are you lot even doing?" Do you know what I mean? Like, are you keeping your guys? Are you not keeping your guys? Like that's why I wanted a resolution is just whether they stay or go. That I wasn't really that bothered, to be honest. It's just more about, can you just get to a resolution so that at least we know where we kind of stand when we're looking. I'm more concerned with the other players that we sign. I couldn't really care less about Virgil and Salah like that. It's all right. So who we signing them? Because you could bring these two, they can sign an extension and we still bring in shit players. You know what I mean? But I'm hoping that doesn't mean that. I'm hoping now it's, this is a message. People are going to say, okay, couple more years with these guys, maybe if I come in now, I can at least win something today. Do you know what I mean? Rather than fucking hell, man, these men ain't going to be ready for like another 4 years kind of thing. So yeah, hopefully it's just a boost more to the transfers that we may potentially do in the summer.
Do you think, because I was thinking about this earlier and I don't remember if I asked Savage about like the transfers, but do you think like now, because they're signing and because you've heard now Slot say big summer, you've heard Virgil saying about the big summer, and I don't know if I heard Mo, but I know I heard Virgil saying about signing, we need to sign top players. Do you think that shift now? Do you think they're staying because they know that there's going to be top talents coming in now? Or do you think, they just signed because they just want to stay at Liverpool?
I think that's why the money's so high. Because that's the main incentive. Sure, they probably would have told them, we're going to get good players and all that. But I think that's what everyone tells their players when they're signing new contracts. You have to promise them something in it without contractually promising them something. So, I just think it would be whatever in it. Because even with Slot saying it's going to be a big summer, I don't even know what that means.
But I'm just thinking, because I know he said big summer, right? And obviously none of us know what that means, but I can only think about what that means to me. And it means to me we're going to sign top level players, not like, players for the future type players. We're going to actually sign players to allow us to now go and compete or continue to compete at the highest level. And whether that means another Premier League or another Champions League, but not like these, not say low end players, but players that you think, okay, maybe in a year's time, maybe in 2 years' time, they're going to be good enough. But the way it sounds like it's
final
going
players.
to
That's what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna get some final players, bro.
Nah.
Nah, they're top players, bro. What are you talking? Come on.
Hey, no, listen, man. I don't listen to stuff like that. I don't think we should listen to stuff like that. I think that's savage, right? That's just what managers and clubs would say. Do you get what I'm trying to say? We've been told many a time, yeah, we're gonna get players. Yeah, we got this war chest. Yeah, we're gonna spend this. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We don't do it. So let's just wait and let's just get there first. And as Savage said, bro, like, what's a top player? Like, well, I don't even know what that means. Like, unless we're signing my daily Musiala shout, unless you're going to go and get them kind of Donnies there, I'll be real, then you're not really signing top players. I'll be honest. You're signing players that we've been signing, really and truly, to be honest, which is players who are ready for the next level. You know, those kind of guys who are ready to make that step up and ready to help you in whatever your goals are and, you know, stuff like that. So, yeah, that's just the way I kind of look at it. And I think, yeah, this whole top play, we're not Madrid. Do you know what I mean? We can't just go out there and be like, yeah, let's go sign, you know, Camavinga and, you know, like the best wonder kids that you can find. I don't think we're going to do that. What I think is go out there, we'll get, I don't know who, I actually don't even know. But
yeah, I think it'll be a big summer for what they think it means, but I don't think it'll be this like top players. Maybe one of them, but I can only go off the history, what we know of this club in it, and it's the same people back in the driving seat, in the sporting director seat, and they've said this before. The same people, not Hughes, obviously, but Edward said this before. That's where I ain't want to say he said it. All the talk before was still from him with the war chest and now we're gonna do this, and we never got any of them players, bro.
What, like, honestly saying here, Javi Simons, Hato, Hoyson, Eteki, TK, them man.
Okay, that's not a big summer.
None of them are top players. I'll tell you that for free.
Maybe if it means big summer in terms of we're gonna get rid of quite a lot of players, like there's gonna be loads of turnovers, then yeah, that is. But none of them are big players, bro.
Yeah, no.
Big up.
They're in that mold. They're in literally the same mold I'm talking about, which is, bro, not like me or Savage, or I'm sure ends. We're not saying they're shit. None of that. I don't think any of those names you mentioned are shit at all. But I don't listen to those bunch of names and think, yo, these men are signing some top, like Liverpool anyway. Like if I was maybe again another team like Brighton or something, I'll be like, yo, this is a. But if I was Liverpool, I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Let's just hope they come in and do a job, and let's just wait. You know, there's not going to be the real optimism. But yeah, Savage is right. I totally agree, man. If it's maybe bare players leaving, maybe, and then we just bring in these guys as well, like it could just be one of those, man. It could be one of those.
Yeah, because like that list even there, like Javi Simons is the only name on, like, and he's not even all them other names, bro. I don't know how no one mentioned them before the season. Not one of them, bro.
Literally.
So they're in a big summer. How old is Hato? 18 or something like that? I don't even know how old he is, bro.
18, 19.
Nah. But to be fair to Arne's list, that is the kind of list of players that Liverpool would normally sign. Yeah. And then see what the manager can do and to get the best out of them.
But that doesn't shout like big summer. That for me, that doesn't go right. That's massive. That's like, yo, going in the right direction here.
Yeah, but if you look at the names, they can spin the Javi Simons ones either way because we all know he's got talent. And then you go look at the rest of them. You lot were talking about Hato the other day, and you wanted him, and he's supposed to be the up and coming whatever. So that's Hoyson's supposed to be the next up and coming centre back. So up and coming left back, up and coming centre back, and up and coming attacker, bro. That is for them, really, because that's the names. Even when everyone's talking about signings now, not even just Liverpool fans, these are the names that are flying around anyway. So I think everyone's giving too much credit to the talent pool out there. All the other talented players are locked down at other clubs.
Literally.
So these kind of the ones that I'm like, would it be easier to get them out of a club and you'll be able to play money from them? Because the example would be if you like give me the top signings. Okay, to end because you're talking about the big summer. So what do you think is a big summer in terms of signing for me to compare that to? And realistically as well, not like, oh, we're gonna get this guy out.
Can I not just live in my world and say
because then it's not a fair conversation because then a big summer is gonna be take whoever you want.
Can I caveat that too with context as well? So, like for instance, you know, Isak is the guy. He's the one that I think.
Okay, I'll allow Isak just because
we've had conversations.
Even though Newcastle's looks like they're going to get Champions League football. But
yeah,
well,
listen, and the only reason why I'm saying it, Sav, is because they said that they've had conversation. That's all it is. I don't know what that
I had
means.
a conversation with the Queen once, blood. I ain't
So
royal family.
do I. So have I, but I hear it. But all right, Sav, look. Isak, Mbeumo, Semenyo.
Yeah, just stop.
I was gonna say it wasn't even sounding good the way he was editing.
That just sounded like a Bournemouth raid.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna throw in the next guy.
Okay, my bad.
And then KDB is the next one I wanted there. So KDB and Mbeumo as the backup to Salah, and then that's the guy that can come through. Semenyo, because either Diaz would probably be the one that goes. Gakpo will probably be the one that stays. Get the striker in, which is Isak, and then we can look at the defense, which will probably be Oysa. That's what I'm thinking. If you want to compare that to the list,
that's a big summer. That list what you just gave is not that far off.
Kirkes as well.
That list what you just gave ain't far off Honest's list, bro.
No, it's further than that, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you both did it up by saying KDB, but realistically, bro,
no, but Isak is the best young striker right now, isn't it? Like top talent out there.
Yeah, so him on his own. That's what I said. Like, they might do one player. Like, him on his own is a big player. After that, it's like
I think Savage is right. Like all the let's put it this way: the top players, they're all locked down. You ain't signing none of these top ballers unless you're gonna put in mad bread. And even Isak, I'm even now starting to think, brother, just forget that one because Newcastle will get that top four, and then it's kind of long. Again, those names that you're mentioning, they're not dead players, bro. Like they are calm players who I think can easily help you to whatever it is you're trying to do in it, like go forward kind of thing. My only thing is I just look at it and sometimes and I think just depends on how you want to tackle it, innit? Like if you think Arne Slot can come in and he can, you know what I mean, get these players ticking quite quickly, then no problem. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, I look at some other teams and I'm just like, boy, like they're not far off our level. Like if I'm looking at it in terms of the players, so I'm just more like, okay, fair. It's like, you know what I mean? It's not so like far. I don't feel like we're so clear, like in terms of our ability or whatever, like how a Man City would have been in terms of the players. And even they had to get in players to help them push them along, but they also had Agueros and these type of Donnies, Yaya Toures, who are already established players in football. And then you go out, Bernardo Silva, another player. Yeah, he's on the rise. Monaco just won the league. Fernandinho doing up Shakhtar Donetsk and that. You know what I mean? Champions League nights and stuff like that. Then you can go and get them ball. I'm good with that. But, bro, I need you to bring in some type of, like, top level and then get me Javi Simons, Kirkes, and get me all of them. I'm good with that. But if you don't bring in, like, as you said, KDB and Isak and all these guys, then I'm just like, all right, we'll see.
Yeah, funny enough, the people that Ends mentioned as well, like, I think I wanted Bremer at the club when Ivan Toney was there, bro, and I wanted Semenyo last season. And it was when I spoke to G, and he's right when he said, well, I mentioned these players to G last season, and then he was like, you're right, but when we done the old model, that wasn't for us to win the league. So I think someone just said it in the chat as well, and they think that we're hating on the model and that. No, it's true what G said. When we had that model before, we brought in these players like Salah and all that. We can, I mean, obviously Klopp said I'm going to try and win the league in 4 years, but they weren't players to come in and win the league. That was like top 4 players, bro, and then they got better as they were there. But now we're already at the level, innit? So it's like going backwards. Now it should be get top players in. That should be the next motive to compete with everyone else. And I know we're the ones who are winning the league, so it sounds crazy, but if some of those players that we mentioned then, apart from Isak, if you compare them with like even some like Chelsea players who are talented, they're around the same. All Chelsea players are better. So then it feels like we're going backwards. Like I don't know if you don't think whoever's better than Neto, because I thought Neto was cold, and then Nkunku and then Jackson and all that. Like, how far away are they from those players? But I guess the talent pool's small anyway. So, and knowing what Edwards has been like, I think that people like Bremo and them, man, I think definitely they're the kind of ones that we would get, and then try and hopefully Slot can do the transformation thing.
Now, Dr. Blick, before you, I need to know where that name come from, bro.
Because you know what it is, yeah. When I
wanted to ask, but go on.
I was just gonna say when I was in school, it was like an old like joking around gamer tag. But when I started making content, it kind of just stuck, and it just kind of just there, you know. But But just to piggyback on what you guys are saying, I feel like last summer was the summer for wingers because you saw what's the name, Elise leave, you saw there's a Duade leave, Barcola, and obviously you saw the thing with Cavaschelli. I feel like we really missed the ball with Cavaschelli.
We definitely
we should have definitely gone in for him. Is the price tag and everything? We should have definitely gone in for him. And if you look at the wages is something that I feel like Liverpool could have matched because it wasn't like he's on like, I think he's on like 170. Yeah. So we could have matched it. So we kind of missed the ball. Like for it. The fact that we knew that we were interested in him and they didn't get him, and there's a possibility of us getting another winger. The winger got to be better because you got to validate why we missed out on Cavaschelli. Even Mamouche as well. That's another player that we were linked with that we didn't go for. Right, like we're like you know when you go to the shop and you haven't got any money, you just window shopping. That's Liverpool, man. Liverpool are window shoppers, man. So overall, it's just kind of just meaty in terms of wingers. Semenyo, I see him, he's good, but he don't move me. He don't move me. He don't move me at all. Like what, 9 goals? Like we criticized Diaz for 9 goals. We criticized Diaz and people like that for 9 goals. And even the striker market is like it's meaty. Like we're guessing in players like what's in the Ekatike that he's gonna bag after having one good season. Didn't we learn from Nunes? One good season.
That's what I said.
So like I want the Isaks of the world or even what's the name? Bayer Leverkusen attacking midfielder. I can see his face.
Florian.
Florian Wirtz.
Yeah.
I want to play like that, man. Like I want someone that's gonna excite us. And Van Dijk and Salah saying that the club's ambition is big and they're looking forward to. So maybe the club's got something up their sleeve. But knowing Liverpool could try and intend to buy someone, and then we still manage to have egg on our face. We're the only person to outdo Ornstein Bumpers. We're the only club to outdo Ornstein Bumpers. So it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, all right, man. I don't like how you guys. I know you guys want to be realistic, and I hear it, but I feel like we're gonna sign a big signing, bro. I feel like
I agree with that.
I feel like we're gonna get someone big through the door, man. And
no, but the thing is, we want to see someone big, but we don't. Like, let's put it this way: there's zero evidence that's gonna happen.
That's why I said that. Yeah.
It's not like bro. You already know. Like, I crash on these players every fucking week. I'm actually getting bored of it at this point. Let me at least see some players where I'm like, yo, look, bro. Like, when you're, like for example, like with certain teams, right? Like different teams obviously will have a different expectation, but like Newcastle, they got Isak, so they got the second best striker in the league, right? So that's like a thing for them, kind of thing. Arsenal obviously got Saka, so that's like a thing for them. And sometimes I think I'm like, yeah, obviously we got Van Dijk, and what's his name, Mo Salah, right? But they're like on the wrong side of 30, so it's like we ain't really got no one who's like right now. Where I'm like, yo, we got Don, that we got this guy. It's always like we're always having battles about on stream or on chats and on like, yeah, this guy should be dropped this week. That guy, the guy who put 10 out of 10 last week should be dropped the next week because he put in a 1 out of 10. Like, like, bro, like, like, can we not have one player where I'm just like, this is the guy, like, this is the Don Dada, this is the guy that we're looking at, and it's like, yo, this future looks bright. And he's like, I don't even want to say our star boy because that sounds a bit gay, but I just mean like someone who's just a bit like, yo, this is the player that we kind of look towards and who's going to help us do whatever, in the future and whatever the case kind of maybe. Right now, there's no one really that like I'd be that excited about. Like everyone else is like, yeah, he's all right. I mean,
the thing is, that was meant to be SZOBOSLAI. Like that was legit. No. If we're going into, if we saw the hype of SZOBOSLAI when he first came through the door, he was meant to be that guy. We seen him shoot free kicks from like 30, 40 yards. We're seeing him like get like what 20, 25 GA for RB Leipzig. He was meant to be that guy. It's just that he's underperformed. We signed a lot of players that have underperformed, players that are meant to be good, but they just turned out to not be that dude. Because when SZOBOSLAI first came in the first couple of games, he looked like he was going to be a real player, and now we're seeing a guy that just does cardio for 90 minutes, and every now and again we see him have a good game. But everyone's like, yo, he brings physicality. I've never heard anyone talk about a number 10 for their physicality and working hard. We're the only fan base that we credit strikers for putting a 9 to 5, putting a shift in. It's just not good enough, man. So
hey, sticking to that then, bro. Let's talk about this then, because I did go and watch the interview, so and obviously within question asked about, you know, what's your like favorite thing about Arne Slot in terms of and he said the playing style. I want to ask you guys what you think about the playing style and what he said, because what Mr. Dr. Blick saying here is saying, bro, like, yo, we expected him to be exactly like this. He's coming and not been that. Now he's just a runner. So why is he out there just saying like, yo, I prefer this playing style? But you're not. For us, I don't think you're being utilized in the best way, bro. For me, anyway. I don't know what you guys. I want to put words.
If he likes it, then maybe we were the ones who were wrong, innit? Maybe he's always been a track star, but then we just got fooled, bro.
Yeah, man, I saw the comparisons were crazy, man. KD, oh man, this fan base, man. KDB, Gerard Regen, I heard Hungarian. Oh man,
Who came up with a Hungarian Steven Gerrard, bro? I feel like it was someone close to us that said it.
Nah, I saw it everywhere, man.
It was when he scored a goal, he celebrated, and the celebration
Leicester when he
Leicester, that goal was
and then it was like a very similar, if not basically a replica of a Gerrard
And
celebration.
to be fair, he was in his first interviews, he was mentioning Steven Gerrard as well.
Yeah, he
like, it's not just like he. I think I was about to say, I think he's got Steven Gerrard tattoo as well. So he was,
that's just
So he was already mentioning it. So to be fair, the Hungarian Steven Gerrard might have come from him, bruv. He might have planted it there himself, you know, like that. Send a tweet off his burner account. Oh, everyone's calling me the Hungarian Steven Gerrard. No one ain't calling me.
No, but yours funny, yeah. Even McAllister grilled him last season. It's like, I feel like my shooting on FIFA should be higher. And McAllister's like, how many goals you got? He's like, I scored in this game. Yeah, and what else? That's it? 2 goals?
Oh yeah, but then that's when he talked to McAllister about being slow in it and all of that.
I can't lie, bro. Don't make a joke unless you know.
Yeah. I'm about to say, bro, he's been underwhelming as well, blood. Don't let him get away with it. That's my guy, bro. McAllister's been mad underwhelming, bro. I see every week he just escapes shit because he's angry, blood. But I was like, nah, bruv. I expected more from him than I did of SZOBOSZLAI, bruv.
Way more. Don't say that too loud, you know, because
he's the World Cup winner, bruv.
No, don't say that. No, Savage, don't say that.
You know what they say? You know what they say in Buenos Dias, Buenos Aires, blood. They say that he's not him and that's what they say. They say him and my man's the one who helped Messi to the World Cup, which he did.
Hey, I'm just saying, I expected more for the guy that cost 60 million.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put it that. Like, the thing is, you have every right, by the way. Like, I'm not even trying to say because he cost double what McAllister cost. But you know, the buzzword for Liverpool, right? It's opportunity. Like McAllister's not. He wouldn't have been a 30 whatever million pound sign if anybody would have signed him at that time. I think he would have cost more or less the exact same as a. I mean, Scott McTominay.
He ain't lying.
But yeah, like he wouldn't have been that kind of price, right? And even just back to this whole playing style thing, I think Savage, again, you hit the nail on the head, bro. Like, we remember, it's only us who's getting mad about it because obviously what we expect from SZOBOSZLAI. And again, I ain't saying that no one's wrong for expecting it, but the manager doesn't seem like he really expects that. But in terms of the playing style itself, I fucks with the playing style. I do fucks with it. I just think that once he gets better players in, I think it will look better. At the moment, it looks like a fucking eyesore. But I can see the mechanics. I can see subtle little things where I'm like, yo, if you just had this type of player in this position, oh my God. And we've spoken about this before, about when Slot even came in. And we spoke about, yo, if he can get certain man cooking in the team, that didn't happen. So I'm hoping that he can get these man, whatever players, like at this point, just get your players, whatever player you want to sign that you think can help you with your system. I think Liverpool will start to look like a better team. At the moment, what's happening, I just think that we are riding the wave of consistency. We're not playing well. We've been playing poor for time, but we've got mad consistency and we've got the best mentality, I think, in the Premier League. Like, I feel like we're as gay as this sounds, mentality monsters. Like, we actually have that. We don't like losing games. How many games we lost this season in the Premier League? Like 2 or whatever it is.
2 games.
You know what I'm saying? 2 games in the Premier League. And then you count then last season, I can't even remember how many games we lost. We don't lose games. Liverpool have got crazy mentality. Great, like honestly, it's the best I've seen in football for time. But playing style, this is fucking shit, bro. Like, come on, man. I'm bored of watching this fucking shit football. And I think it's just when we get the players in, watch, I think it will look like, yo, this brother moving. Yo, is this what? Okay, so this is what the football was. Okay, I'm with you. Like, 100%.
I haven't felt like that in a while. Like since the quad chase, I haven't felt like that in a while. Like when I look at this team, I'm just like, this game was underwhelming. We won, but we won by the scrape of our teeth. Like it was very underwhelming. And obviously you see players like SZOBOSZLAI, he has a purple patch. Everyone praises him. And obviously with McAllister is able to get away with it because of the results that we get out of it. Because sometimes he looks like he's been put on toast with how quick the game is, and he's struggling to keep up with things. It just feels like a lot.
That's what I think as well, bro. That's what I think, bro. He
plays always smiling, bro.
Nah, he does, bro, because he's a bit slow. Because he plays like Django sometimes, isn't it? Like he's chained up, bro. Like, bro, why can't you run anywhere, bro?
No, but
leave me alone, bro. I said what I said, all right. I don't need the chat sending to me today, bro.
No, but the thing about McAllister is the reason why he's always in position to foul, because he's always out of position. He's always out of position. That's why like if you're slow, be in the right position. Like we've seen slow players operate properly, but like he's always out of position. That's the problem. We overrate our players. Remember the Kwanzaa hype from last year. Now people don't even want Kwanzaa in the team. Like we hype all our players.
What if we would have signed Zubimendi then? Do you think the footballing playing style would have been completely different if Zubimendi was the one in the pivot?
Nah.
Completely different is a bit of a stretch. Like I don't think it's like he's not like Haaland. Where
I don't even know if I said completely. If I did, forgive me, but I mean like just different.
It just would have, it would have looked different, obviously, because you would have had an actual control.
I'll tell you what it would have been like. It would have been like playing Curtis on a good day. That's what it would have been like. No, because the only problem everyone normally
like a consistent.
Yeah. When Curtis is on it and he's releasing the ball and all that, bruv, he looks really good. He looks composed and that. That's how Zubimendi plays. It's just that he will just give the ball, bruv. That's what he does. He's very comfortable receiving the ball anywhere on the pitch. There's no hiding with him, bro. Yeah. So
I will say this, that we would have had Gravenberch have a longer period of playing well because he would have been able to rotate in and out. But that's another player that a lot of people aren't talking about who's been stinky for the longest time. I'm just saying, man, he's been trash.
Yeah, me and D was having this conversation
for a long time. I look at this guy.
I'm gonna get some top reds on here, bro. I don't know.
I will say though, like, man, them in the chat saying that as soon as I mentioned McAllister, man was sending me stats and all that, and he's been more consistent. He hasn't, bro. Gravenberch's been more consistent than the rest of the midfielders.
But you know, Savage, yeah, just on that, yeah, I'm just like, listen. I will give props to whoever, like, if they're actually playing well consistently. But I am struggling to see why. Like, I've heard people say McAllister's world class. I was like, McAllister? Like, I'm actually back, and to the point where, you know what, I even had to want, like, not yesterday, 2 days ago. I can't remember who played, but they were just, then they start talking about McAllister randomly. And I was like, McAllister? Like,
yeah, I said this on my watch along yesterday when I was Scraps here. Remember, someone said that he was top 5 midfielders.
Nah.
I was like, what if I go through all the list of injured players?
Like, just top 5 in Europe, just top 5 in Europe. And I was like, that's because I think I don't even know who it was. I can't remember. If Scraps is here, Tom, he's one of the Coppish boys. One of them said that. Probably Matt, to be fair. And I was just like, I had to leave. You know, when I had to leave my kitchen, wet hands and everything. Blood. I was like, "What's going on here, blood?"
You're running back to the phone, like.
Hold on, who said that? Top 5, blood. In where? Even... I mean,
no, but I will say this, yeah. Like, if we're doing the Premier League team of the year, does McAllister even get into it?
Our team of the year or the whole Prem?
The Prem.
No.
And he didn't get into last year, and he hasn't been there at all. So
no, they'll only give it him just because Liverpool won the league. But they're gonna have to pick between him and Gravenberch, and it's gonna be Gravenberch.
So. Wins. Yeah.
So. If I had to pick, I would. And it's so peak. I think Gravenberch been stinky for time. I'd still pick Gravenberch.
Yeah, still pick Gravenberch.
That doesn't make sense. That's hey, listen. Some people listen. That's why I don't argue with no one anymore. Like, if you think this person's world class, I'm not gonna argue what you think world class is. But fuck me.
Do you know what? Every time I bring up playing style, system, the football, I trigger you, man. So I will change it then to someone that maybe
we're not triggered. We're not triggered.
No. I'm just saying. He goes. Maybe we need some top reds. We have to have the top reds conversation. Sometimes everything's.
You know what I think of them? They're bottom reds, blood.
What's the
remember where everyone heard that term first, blood? That's what I came up with, bro. The bottom
you know what it is, yeah. The thing about it is, yeah, if we look at it objectively, if you ask everybody in the fan base, even top Reds, how many players do we need in the summer? You're gonna see them say like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
We won the league. You're gonna see them say like 5 or 6. Even top Reds will say that. Like if you ask them, if you were to have a perfect window, you'll hear them listing like 6 players. I need this player gone. This player needs to leave. So even with top Reds, they don't realize it, but they don't really rate the players that we have like that. Because in any given moment, as much as people rate Gakpo, people would trade Gakpo if they could see someone any better, man. People would trade Gakpo in the instant.
Because Dr. Blick sounds exactly like G, bro. Like word for word, bro.
But it's true. That's why I'm keeping quiet. I'm like, yo, Blick, please. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to say nothing today. I don't need to say nothing. I don't need to say. But like,
it's a fact. It's a fact. If you want 7 new seven new players in the first team, they can't be that great.
They can't be that great. Like, bro, that sounds like Manchester United. Like, you know, I'm watching United now and I'm thinking, yo, they probably do need about, you know, maybe like 7 players kind of thing. But they actually, I'll give it like you just talk about flawless in the back office, right? We've heard him. He's cussed the players, the manager, the team, the club. So I know what Manchester United fans think about their own team. The problem I have, like Blick just said, bro, you keep telling everybody our team is sick. Oh, we're about to win the league. We're 13 points clear. All right, don't sign nobody then. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? Don't sign no one. Let's just run it next season and just see how it goes from there. The team's that good, right? Like, clearly we're that good that we don't need to sign players. I'm not saying, oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'll give you a signing. You can sign 1 player. Anyone you want to sign. Just sign that 1 player. Just add to the team because, you know, usually you just bring in 1 person who's just going to kind of help because you might have someone.
And by the title, what you're saying, the way everyone's been moaning, that 1 person should be fucking Jerkes, blood, just the left back. That's
that's it. Yeah, literally.
And you know what's crazy as well? As great as Gravenberch has been, people still want a DM. It's great.
Exactly. How good has he even been, bro? Like, what the fuck?
All right, let's shift it to another guy.
That's not enough. Look at his face.
Yeah, no, let's shift it to another guy, bro. This guy here, back in training.
My guy, you know.
Big Trent back in training. Big Trent, bad boy Trent, back in training. Talk to me, man, then, bro. Does he start for you going forward to the rest of the season? Because he's obviously the best right back on the planet, bro. So
he's contracted to Liverpool, blood. If he's fit, he starts on it.
Bro, yeah, if he's fit, why not start?
Man, I don't know, man. Bradley playing well, man.
Is he?
Yeah, Bradley's been good.
What do you mean, is he?
Bradley's been good, but he ain't done nothing that can keep Trent out of the team yet.
I swear Bradley played 1 game.
Yes, that's what I was going to.
He played well.
Did you see where we're going with the hype?
Yeah.
One game.
He played well when he came on against Fulham.
Bruv, you see all that energy in that. Just put the quality on the pitch and we'll start seeing Liverpool like look a bit better.
Nah, John, you don't have to call him a waste man, or you're talking about Trent.
No, I'm not talking. I didn't call him a waste man.
Nah, John, bro.
Yeah, John.
But all jokes aside, yeah. Trent obviously gets back in the team, best right back in the world of football. I don't think we're in the position to need to rush him back. So he can just take his time. He can just. We're not really.
No, run him, bro. If he's going Madrid, doctor, bro. If he's going Madrid, run him, bro. Play him, bro. Now rush him back in that, so he's fully fit for Madrid. Now we're right, bro. Come and earn your keep, bro, until you leave.
Fair enough. If you put it like that, fair enough. That makes sense.
Earn your keep until you leave, bro. That's all it is.
Trent might do the Fugazi thing anyway, blood. Like when they say, "Oh, he's ready," and that, he's like, "Oh, you know what? I felt a little twinge still."
Yeah. He is scared to get cooked at Anfield.
Yeah, I'm not trying to face no medical.
But okay, question them, man. Them. Do you think there's a U-turn on the horizon? Salah signed. Hear me out. Salah signed. Virgil signed. Them talking about big summer and that, looking to build trophies to be won. Slot saying, "Yo, very, very big summer ahead." Me and Richard are speaking every day in the week. We're looking for the players that we need to, come in and build this squad up. Madrid getting smoked twice by Arsenal, and we're like 13 points clear of them. I know. Manager Ancelotti leaving. You know what I mean?
I'll be real. Yeah, I'll look at him the same way I did with Gerrard. I'm like, yeah, I start to as just a footballer. I just start to question you. I'm just like, bro, how ambitious are you really, my guy? Like, Really? Like, you couldn't go to the biggest. Hey, that's a sick picture. The biggest club, and you're turning it down to stay here. I'm like, right. Cool.
I will say this though. The Gerrard one is slightly different because obviously the quality of the team is different, and obviously Trent did say out of his own mouth it means more. so maybe he actually truly believes that he just needs to see Liverpool. With that one. This is he has to truly see the wait. Let me finish. He has to truly see the ambition because if I'm Trent, okay, Van Dijk side, Salah side, we're gonna have a big summer. Give me names. Who? If I'm Trent, if you want me to stay, give me. You guys are saying a big summer. Give me names. I want to know who we're signing, who we're bringing in. Give me names. If I hear Semenyo, I'm gone. I've already booked the plane. If I hear Semenyo, I'm gone.
He might rate him though. To be fair, he might.
Why is he the first name you thought of?
No, I'm just saying, man. So you expect me to have an option to play with Vinny or Semenyo?
Yes, mad still.
Savage is definitely not going to be like, oh no, like not going to say no.
No, you know, I just think like, man, I'm holding to Trent for over stuff that he said before, and that's oh my god, he said it means more, and oh my god, he said he wanted to be brother. You know my ex-girlfriend, I told her I love her, blood. She ain't my girlfriend no more. I love my new one, bruv. It happens, bruv. Things move on, blood. Times change, bruv. Like, I meant it when I said it, and now I don't, bruv.
But how about, how about
life, bruv? I heard man heard someone say he can't be a Scouser no more, brother. He's still from Liverpool, bruv. You know there's Everton Scousers, isn't it? It's not about supporting Liverpool. That's how it works, bro.
How about he didn't do
yeah, don't do it.
We have to do it because like we can't do double standard, bro. How about he didn't hand in a transfer request?
Exactly. Yeah. Hey,
he didn't do that.
You know what else he didn't do? He didn't even.
You don't need to. His contract is gonna run out.
Real talk.
No, but at no point did he hand in a transfer. Like he decided to pay. Someone else, the guy that we call, the legend of the club, and he's a Scouser at heart. He handed in a transfer request,
and then what if there's a U-turn, blood, brother? Wait. Trent still ain't said a word, bruv. So if he ends up staying, there was no U-turn, blood. He just was here.
Okay, so I got a question for you. When I say Klopp goes to Real Madrid and he goes, yo, man, I'm gonna go see my other dad over there in Spain. What happens then? What happens
if Klopp lovers are gonna have to suck salt for time?
If it was Klopp's plan. Trent, don't sign a new contract, man. I'm going Real Madrid. Just come with. I know I said it in the media, but I gotta say that. In the media, man. I gotta say he should stay. But deep down, man,
that'd be a weird move anyway for someone like Klopp. Anyway, like, I feel like it'll be.
I know. I feel like if it was the two, he'd be more of a Barca guy.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't want him at Barca anyway. But like, I've had him for 8 years at Liverpool. I don't need him for another 3 at fucking Barcelona. Tiki-taka and that man's doing that fucking gegenpress and that. No, I don't need him.
Don't worry.
Someone did say that the way Real Madrid's constructed. Someone did say the way Real Madrid's constructed, they got a lot of road runners. And Klopp loves road runners.
I don't know. Yeah, that's savage.
But they're lazy road runners, though.
Yeah,
it's not true, man. The manager's uninspiring, blood. That's what it is.
So you're quoting what the players are saying?
No, I said on your stream last year, blood. Ancelotti out, but then he won the Champions League, so I shut my mouth, blood. Because I have to be respectful, innit? Just like Slot, bro. I don't like Slot, bro, but he's won the league, bro. So I have to shut my mouth, bro. It's just being respectful. So I've been ahead of the curve, bro. Too much freedom.
Why do you like Slot? I'm curious.
I just don't like his face, bro, and I don't like his personality. He's dead food, bro. But he's a good manager, though. Remember, I don't need to like him, innit? As long as I'm not disrespectful to him. You know what I mean? I'll support my club. He's the manager, so I support the gaffer. So he's my gaffer, man. But I just don't particularly like him.
That's like me with the front line when I look at them play.
Yeah. I just like personalities, innit? I think football's dried out, and I like personalities. So to be fair, it's probably not even the fact. It's just that he's come at the wrong time, bro. Football's dying, and I need personalities around, and he's just a bit. Just waffled. Nothing.
Do you think that they have got? I look at him and go, I think he has the personality, but I think he's come to a country where you can't say stuff. You can't just say.
Now, them Dutchmen don't have personalities, blood. I don't know where you got that
no,
from.
but they're very like straightforward, and I think that would have been something that we would have liked because he would have just said stuff. You know, when the first thing that comes to his head, he would just say it.
Virgil, Slot, Gravenberch, Gakpo, all of them look boring as shit, blood. Tell me I'm wrong, blood. You already know what I'm gonna say, innit? Every time you want to speak to Gakpo about anime, he wants to bring out the Bible, blood. Big man, I'm trying.
Nah,
I hear it, bruv.
You know, after the stream we did, not the last one earlier, one the day before, I think. And I remember we was talking. No, it was after the game actually. We was talking about. I bet you like he's gonna quote the Bible and was busting up. I went and checked his Instagram. Probably had the Psalms in there. I said, bro.
That's it, bruv. Every time, bruv. What music you listen to and that? I just listen to some gospel before the game. Oh, piss off.
Even when he scores a goal, he looks mad.
It's such a fucking goody two shoes. You know, man. It's not a goody two shoes.
No, man, so there's some gospel. I can't.
I'm telling you, bro. You see how Gakpo's got a girl and that? He actually doesn't look at other girl. You know, like man, we all just like to make feel good about ourselves and that. He actually doesn't. It's like, oh, nah, I've only got eyes for you. He's telling the truth, blood. He's one of them youths. Big him up still. I like Gakpo, man, but personality, dead.
All right. What about this one, lads? McAllister turning down Real Madrid.
He didn't turn down Real Madrid.
Yeah,
they're not commenting on the rumors, and McAllister's happy at this moment in time. But if Real Madrid came knocking, his head's turned. I
don't think so, bro. I think he would say no to them, man. There. Why would he want to leave us in this moment?
He's Real Madrid.
I feel like you don't want to go down that route, but
no, I'm gonna get some top.
The only way he turns down Real Madrid is if Barcelona want him.
Yeah. He seems like more.
You know them South American man. There's one or two.
I'm good with the midfield that we've
he likes one of them. Yeah, man. I'm sure you want to swap him for Gavi and Pedri. Since you not love him so much. No. Since you Liverpool man, remember what we just said then? I love him and that. So you want to swap him?
No.
Hell no.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just letting man know that, innit?
We've already got the best midfielder in the world in our team. I don't need this guy.
So he said there's nothing to comment. Alexis is very happy at Liverpool and hopes to be crowned Premier League champion, then enjoy a break he didn't get last year.
Is that his dad? It looks like
that's his dad.
That looks like he's on the stairs, boy.
Wow. Train of thought gone. Oh yes. You see, next year is it World Cup year next year?
Yeah.
Yeah, blood.
Yeah.
Okay, so this year is the year for like everyone to literally have a break, like in the summer and that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like there's no.
But they got that club. They got that club World Cup thing, innit?
Yeah, but none of our.
We're not in it.
Our players ain't in it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're chilling, bro. Our players getting a proper rest. And I did see as well on the slot saying that Virgil didn't have a proper preseason as well. So he's impressed in terms of the levels that he kept up this season. And I was like, Virgil didn't have a preseason. I was like, oh yeah, them man they were playing in the was it the Euros or not Euros?
Yeah.
Euros, wasn't it? Yeah. So he didn't get a rest. He just came back and then he just jumped straight back into the season. He got like a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe I think he had off.
Yeah, because I think Virgil got to the semi-finals, isn't it?
Yeah, then man they got
lost to England, innit? But yeah.
Where did England get, by the way?
They got further than the Netherlands, bro.
Oh no, did they win though? That's what I was asking.
They got further than the Netherlands. I know that much.
They didn't win though. It says Spain.
You got the Netherlands out, man.
Yeah, sorry, man. Sorry, forgot you was Dutch. Don't worry about it.
No, not Dutch, but the Dutch players are in our team, innit? I was about to say my team. That's what it sounds like.
The Dutch players are our team, like the England players, the Liverpool players in the England squad. What? Same shit, bro.
And I hear it. But why do you think he would leave, bro? Why would he leave to go Real Madrid?
Best team. I wouldn't say best team in the world, but one of the best teams in the world that are better than Liverpool in terms of how people see them. But if you're looking at it from playing time standpoint, it makes no sense because I don't really see him dislodging the guys that they got. So it really just comes down to if McAllister feels like he's that level. If he's realistic with himself, he would know that Liverpool's the best team for him to be at this current moment in time. Mm-hmm. And I don't really know why Real Madrid would want to go for him. That's not really the profile I feel like they need, per se. But
you're not going to replace like a Modric.
Nah, they don't want him, blood.
Nah, he don't. Nah.
Fake news.
Can't be fake if his dad's talking about it, bro.
I feel like they need more of a Tony Cruz type of guy.
Okay.
Yeah, Trent. You know, what I was gonna say is, I feel like everything's timing though. Everything is like timing. I feel
timing,
like
that's true.
Like it might not. Obviously, Blick's right. Like Madrid or Madrid at the end of the day. But you know what it's like? Maybe not right now. And I don't need to go there right now for my part. Like, you know, you remember when like Madrid had like Gravison and that, like, you know, like that era where you guys decided certain kind of players that was not there. Like, I think Sneijderlin kept it moving, Van der Vaart kept it moving. Then you can still have a banging career. I feel like McAllister, like if we're just talking about him specifically, it could be that where maybe not Madrid, right? Obviously, I don't know. Like, if we're just basing off this season, you might look at it and think, maybe not now. You know what? Like, I'm actually good at Liverpool, as Blick said. Like, maybe I could just stay here and maybe I can still be more successful here than I could be at Real Madrid. But obviously, at the end of the day, it is Real Madrid. So
it's only second season at Liverpool, isn't it, Mac? It's only second season.
And there's that too. There's that too.
And plus, like if you look at it from his own personal standpoint, I'm still winning stuff at Liverpool.
Yeah.
First 2 seasons, obviously I won the Carabao Cup, and this season I'm gonna win the Premier League. So for him, he's had a pretty successful time period at Liverpool because obviously he's all about trying to stack the trophy cabinet. So for him, the upgrade is there, but it's not really there. And plus, if you look at the era that Barcelona potentially entered into, it's not really guaranteed that he's going to get league titles. And obviously, we don't know what's going to happen with the Champions League, even though they're always in and about. The chance of him winning something is not really massively great as most people would think it is.
I agree. I think the Champions League, even though people made this narrative about Champions League, Madrid and that's just because Zidane came in and mopped up 3 in a row and it made it seem like Real Madrid win it all the time. Liverpool are the team that end up playing Real Madrid most of the time, so it's the luck of the draw when he gets to the final, innit? So you wouldn't leave for that reason. And also what Blick said, he ain't getting in the Real Madrid squad, not in the midfield. Because once the season's done, they get the defenders in the one. All of a sudden, the midfielders that have been playing as defenders this season go back into midfield. So all of a sudden, you get Camavinga in midfield instead of left back, and Valverde in midfield instead of right back, and Tchouameni in midfield instead of centre back. That's 3 other midfielders there, straight back into the midfield, and then he'll be behind the pecking order. So that trying to swindle us
and players like that.
Yeah,
Vasquez, all them guys, and now obviously they still got Artugole and Brahim Diaz as well, which who could be like 10/8. So they're pretty stacked there. It's just like you said, they have a lot of injuries in centre back. If they sort out the defense, then they should be fine.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Do you man rating that Brahim Diaz?
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah, he's cold, man.
I didn't understand why he didn't celebrate against City. You played for the academy. I don't know why you're going like this. You play for the academy.
And said now he's a cult hero, bro. Yes, can't celebrate that. Bro.
I saw Gabby.
Let's stick to the Real Madrid conversation, bro. Let's
move on from that conversation.
Let's talk about the Champions League. Arsenal, the only English team left in there. French team, Spanish team, and the Italian team. But Arsenal cooked up Real Madrid, bro. Twice, not once, twice. Talk to me, lads. Where do you guys see this going, bro? Because right now, I want Barca to win it now. I don't want Arsenal to win it, but I want Barca to win it. What's you guys' feelings now in terms of who do you want to win it?
I'm PSG. I'm PSG, man. I'm PSG, man. I'm PSG. I want to see Ousmane Dembele lead PSG to a Champions League. And then see the narratives on Mbappe. and plus, I like a lot of the players there. I like Desiree Doué. I like Vitinha. Like Kvaratskhelia. The way they're playing football, the speed of everything, man. They got something for Arsenal because this ain't the same team that Arsenal played earlier on in the season. So I would love PSG to win. If not PSG, I like to see Inter win. Inter have always been in and around there. It'll be nice to see them actually get glory.
Yeah, I got the same pick that I had from the beginning of the competition. Inter Milan, blood. I think they're gonna win. It's not changed.
Slightly looking like that, though. I can't even.
What do you guys not think Arsenal has the? I know we don't want them to win it, but do you not look at them and go, "Rah, they actually could win this," you know?
Yeah. Every one of these teams I think can win it. Like there's no, I don't even think the disparity between the teams is a big disparity at all. I just feel like they're all of the same level, but it's what you like, innit? So if you like a bit more defensive football, then you'll go for Inter and Arsenal. If you like attacking, free-flowing football, you go for Barcelona and PSG.
So ideally, we don't want Arsenal and Inter in this final because that's just going to be two defensive teams.
No, I do because I can't have a Barca Arsenal final, but that's my worst.
No, but I mean a PSG. I'm going more PSG Barca, bro. I think that would be an interesting final because now you're talking about two teams that will get on the ball and it will just be pure football, pure attacking, pure football. That's the two I'd love to see. But
I'd love to see the managers go at it because I think they're both managers. But yeah, I feel
a fully fit PSG, fully fit Barcelona in that final, that game would be cold. But if you go Arsenal Inter, which it could probably be, obviously any of these teams can get through, but I think that would be such a boring final.
I got a question for you. So let's say Arsenal win the Champions League. Did they have a better season than Liverpool?
No.
Okay, because that's the conversation that's going to get brought up. That's the conversation going to get.
Okay, but we have never said that when Liverpool's ever won the Champions League.
We have
never. No, one time I've heard any Liverpool.
I was online at the time, but when we won the Champions League, man was saying that we had a better season than Man City. I remember it vividly, bro, because Man City fans were like, "You must be having a laugh at it." But then we had and then we played them, and then they were singing the Champions of England, and we started singing the Champions of Europe, and was saying that we were the best because that's the narrative, innit? Which is fair enough. That's how it works. If you're the champions of the Europe, then Europe's bigger than England. So, but obviously deep down we know like it's 38 games, but I just can't be a liar in it. Like I've probably said the same thing just to get through in it.
Let's put it this way: both sets of fans and both clubs will be very happy with their summer in terms of because they would have won a trophy. Yeah. But there's something that tells me that I feel like Arsenal are just going to be just that bit extra happier, like.
Yeah, they will.
Maybe
they've not won the
first Champions League. They've never won it.
They've never won it. So of course they would do. So now they sit round the table like, well, they don't have a big chair. They just have like a chair. Like, we just say pull up a stool because the table's already full with the big teams. So you go pull up a stool. You can now listen to the meeting. That's what it is.
I see like hotels here. You go a hotel, man. Hotel got many floors. They just got into the hotel. They're on the first floor. We're on like floor 6.
They're in the lobby.
Yeah, they're in the lobby. Yeah, they've been trying to get in for time.
They're in the lobby, but they're the first to see the baddies when they walk through the door, blood. So just...
these guys, we're getting. I'm not even gonna say it. Now, what I will say though is, you know what it is, yeah. Like it's a trick. Let's put it this way. Obviously, Arsenal fans, if you guys are here or not here, you have to let us know, right? I don't feel like their team, when I look at their team, is in need of like dire surgery, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's give me a plaster, put that scab out good kind of thing. I feel like Liverpool are like, yeah, okay, well, we're gonna have to stay the night. Yeah, because we're gonna need, what I mean, we're having surgery that evening. So when yeah. So when I'm looking at Arsenal, I'm just like, if they then win, and again, this is if they win. If they don't, then it's the same thing. If they win a Champions League, I do feel like I look at them and think, in terms of perspective, it's more like Liverpool obviously won the Premier League and deservedly so. Of course, they did 38 games. We done our thing. But it was so unexpected and we ain't even really been that good. You're almost like, all right, cool. Whereas you look to Arsenal and think in knockout football, it's knockout football. It's their first Champions League. If they get this as a first trophy, Jesus Christ. Now you start having some like weird conversations like in the future because I feel like they just need a trophy. They're already a banging team. They play good.
They've already won FA Cups. They won 2 on my guy here.
They won 1. They really won 1. So I'm saying like, I'm saying it's like the FA Cup's not. I don't really count that, but if you want to count that, fairs.
It is a major trophy, isn't it? It's England, yeah.
No, but to be fair to Arsenal, everyone keeps dissing them. When they say Arteta's won a trophy, everyone says it was Emery's team. So and then now everyone's going to change it because you can't. I don't think we can do that, bro. Like.
But I will say this here: if you ask a lot of Arsenal fans at the start of the season, what would they rather win, the Premier League or the Champions League? A lot of them were saying Premier League. You can look at all the receipts. A lot of them were saying Premier League. The narrative's going to spin because obviously now they're trying to get the whole. That's how rival fans are. They're just going to spin the narrative in their favor, and obviously the narrative that they're pushing out is Liverpool aren't that good of a team. If Bukayo Saka was healthy, they would have won the whole. They would have come back and won the league, even though they were still like 9 points behind us or 10. But that's the thing about sports. It's just about whether you're able to sustain a consistent run, and obviously in knockout football is more tactical. So let's see what happens, man. Because this PSG is nothing like the PSG that they played before, and I feel like the worst matchup for them is Inter. I feel like that's a terrible matchup for them, but let's see what happens.
It's just all perception, and I think if from both sides, if Liverpool fans are secure enough in thinking that we had a great season, and the ones who keep telling everyone who like people like me to shut up because just enjoy it because whatever. If you're that secure, then Arsenal winning the Champions League won't bother you, bro.
So, like for me, I don't want it to happen, but if they did, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, it shouldn't. If you're that secure, it shouldn't bother you because you'd believe yourself that we've had a better season, and it wouldn't matter what everyone says. Because you have to know that the Champions League is going to be the last game of the season after the league's already done. So once we've had our celebrations and our parade and all that stuff, Arsenal still got to play if they get there, and if they go and win it, then it's going to seem like the last big thing. That's why nobody cares about when somebody wins the League Cup early because you have to carry on playing. It's going to seem like that, and then the press the media, which rightly so. They're going to act like it's the biggest thing ever, like they did with us when we won the Prem. They treated us different to the way they treat Man City because Man City kept winning the Prem every year. When we won it, even though it was COVID, they acted like, oh my God, there was all these documentaries and brought all the legends on Sky Sports and that. They don't do that when Man City win the league because they just win it. So it's just perception.
They don't really have legends.
It's kind of hard to bring legends when most of the legends were currently playing.
You're going to have to bring company in that, take the day off from his job. Take the day off. All right, then. Before we head out then, lads, man, let's talk about, we're saying about the league is wrapped up in it. 2 games left. But for me, guys, this feels like it's dragging, bro. Like, I just want to win it now. It's like I have to wait a week now. So, do you know it's mad? Because if we, say for an example, we don't beat Leicester, then it drags out for another week. That's an extra week now. It's getting dragged out. We play every week now. Not every 3 days, like just every week. So we got to wait a whole week if the result isn't the one that we want. I don't know what you guys think, man.
You know what it is, we're used to. No, I was just gonna say, you know what it is, we're used to making deep runs in multiple competitions. So for the first time, we have been bounced out early. Champions League, we've been bounced out early. FA Cup, bounced out early. Obviously, the final, we didn't win. So for the Carabao Cup, so I feel like it's just the fact that we're just not used to being in one competition at this point of the season. So for us, it's just more so about just trying to stay focused, win the game, just enjoy the ride. It's just the problem that this league is not competitive. That's the issue, man. It's not competitive. It is not competitive. That's the problem, man. That's the biggest problem. It's not competitive at all, and that's why I feel like it's dragging because it feels like there's no stakes.
Yeah, I agree. You know, it's a problem because I've seen that all the conversations that we've been having. When people are talking about whether they've enjoyed the league and that, they're starting to have it on Sky Sports now. They're inviting content creators on there. I saw it earlier, and one of the Liverpool content creators was like, "I'm not having this about it's not been a whatever league," and I'm like, "Bro, that's how much it's bothering. You should have told Sky Sports I'm not turning up, blood. You just look rattled, bro. Like, I don't understand that any Liverpool fans rattled about anything that anybody says, bro. The league is won, bro. Like, be secure in yourself, innit? Otherwise, you're lying to yourself, bro. Man I can never be rattled when I'm not bothered, bro. It's not that serious. We've won it's won, bro. Now we're sitting here picking and choosing how we win in style. Like, do we beat Leicester or do we let them win and beat Arsenal? We're chilling. It's done. It's over with. I know that everyone's got a bit of a sour taste because the PSG and Newcastle game was not that long ago, innit? So if that was early in the season, if all of that was early in the season and then we won the league, everyone would be excited, I guess, a little bit more. But it is what it is, man. Yeah, man. And we know the history books don't show the performances anyway, bro. So we won't care after this season anyway.
Mm-hmm. Now, I was just gonna say real quick. I feel like some of us out there actually probably entertained the possibility of winning a treble or double. So the fact that we didn't get a double is why they're feeling this way, because a lot of people thought that Liverpool were gonna win the Champions League because obviously we were top of the group, we were looking like the best team in Europe. And then things just started to kind of like fizzle out because the narrative was Slot knows how to not burn the players out. The football's a lot slower, more controlled. We're gonna last longer. So the narrative going to this stage of the season is we are gonna win the Champions League, we're gonna win the Premier League, and we get that Carabao Cup because we're already in the final. So a lot of people thought that we were gonna win the treble, and so now that we're not winning the treble, now we're seeing a lot of people be upset with the outcome of only winning the Premier League. And saying is winning the Premier League a big season. And you see Van Dijk fighting Michael Owen on about is this season a good season? It just really comes down to the fact that expectations has changed as the season went on.
I agree with that.
That's really what it is.
It's a weird situation to be in on it, because we've never been one of them teams that can to consistently win the league title. Not while we've been alive in it, before back in the day when Enz was running around them times. But obviously we ain't been like that lately, and it. So I think Liverpool fans are torn in it by rival fans bothering them, because if any other team that wins all the time, Man City, Barca, Madrid, Bayern Munich, all of those people that keep winning the league and that, everyone downplays their league wins. Nobody cares. Every time you have a conversation, they're like, "Yeah, you should have won. You in the Liga. You should have won. You in." But okay, so you should have won. You in the Prem. You don't like it, innit? But that's how it is, bro. Because that's what happened to the other leagues as well. Sometimes the league ain't good that season, or it's not very entertaining. It's not as competitive in that position. Like, has Arsenal been in the title race this season? And if anyone says yes, just know that they fell off before Liverpool fell off last season, and everyone said Liverpool wasn't. So that's all I'm saying, bro. What was it? 16.
Question, have they actually been in the title race this season?
Because I felt like Liverpool was in the title race, but I was saying it early last season. But then once it got to the final 10 games, we had drawn with Man U and then lost to Crystal Palace, and it was done. And there was 10 games left of the season. And everyone said,
"You know what's up? It was game week 13. We were still 2 points clear. We was leveled on points with everyone, and then that's when we lost the Palace, and then M2 won, and it was just like
and then from that point on, Liverpool, and then once it got to, I was like, you know what, Liverpool weren't really in the title race. Okay, so that means Arsenal wasn't either, because we've been at the top of the table nearly all of the season. It felt like it was won at Christmas. At one point, it was 16 points to gap. There's no title race,
and I really do think as well now. Saying to the man them, I was just saying, bro, I think Arsenal now are gonna rest their players, bro.
I think so.
Because they want to go and win the Champions League, bro. And they're like, we risk injuries playing these, man. Nah, let's just and I think that's where they're gonna drop more points. It could even be this weekend, bro, where they just lose to Ipswich and a little young 2-1, and then we win, we beat Leicester, and then you're just like, bro, that's
because they shouldn't play Saka. They shouldn't play Saka at all, blood. Apart from the Champions League.
I don't think they should play Saka, Saliba. Like, I actually think they should just rest the man, then, bro.
No, I agree, but some people are rhythm players, innit? So that's why because on the weekend he started with half of them and then changed the other half at half time. But Saka doesn't need any time to get back into games. Like, they brought him straight back into the Real Madrid game. He played like he never left.
Yep.
But then the other ones like Odegaard and all that. You saw Saliba, like, they won yesterday, but Saliba was trying to make people in the box, brother, made a mistake straight away. You got to play.
I was so confused when I went in.
Yeah,
they need to probably do that, because just knowing Arsenal, bro, they have moments where they just like players will start dropping like flies in a game. Like they've had moments this season. I think if you're serious about trying to compete and win that Champions League, you're gonna have to, bro. So a lot will be you're gonna be able to tell a lot what he thinks about the Champions League this week.
They need to try. They need to win the Champions League, because you don't want to be the team that spent the longest on top of the league, didn't win it. You came second like 3 times in a row, and on top of that, you're losing to a Liverpool team that their striker has 5 goals. The strikers have like 5 goals, 30 like less than 50 shots across the whole entire season. And you basically lost to Salah, like Salah and the rest. Salah, Van Dijk, and all them goals. You basically lost to him. He got 75% of the goals. You're losing to one guy that's really putting out all the output. So when you look at it, they got to win that Champions League. If I'm Arsenal, I'm desperate to win that Champions League, because everybody was calling for Arteta to be sacked. If he wins that Champions League, everyone's going to be quiet. Everyone's going to go and be quiet.
I had Arsenal finishing 3rd this season, and listen, if they do what Enz just said and then take the eye off the ball completely and then go into the Champions League and lose, bruv, look at the points, bruv. The Newcastle look like they're not going to win any more games. They look like they're going to win all their games, bro.
They look like they're in a happy space right now. Where
bro, these men are playing
that
excited.
Carabao high.
Yeah,
Carabao high, man.
Remember, Arsenal's got to play us anyway. They got to play Newcastle, bro. 2 losses, bro, and they could.
Newcastle might finish second,
brother. That's my point. That's my point. I had Arsenal finishing third anyway, but I'm looking at them and I'm looking at Nottingham and I'm like, you're probably lucky that Nottingham's dropped off a little bit in the way they're playing because shit can go tits up real quick, bro.
Nah, man. If I'm
8 games.
If I'm Arsenal, like I said, I'm desperate to win the Champions League. If I'm Arteta, I'm desperate to win the Champions League because that fan base is gonna have a massive meltdown if they end the year with nothing, and I'm there for it, man. I'm front line for the meltdown to see it, man. All of these so-called Arsenal fan channels, I'm there, like watching everything, like unfold. So they should be desperate for that Champions League, in my opinion, man. That's one thing that they got to win to save their season because second twice in a row, trophyless, ain't cutting it, man.
I agree.
All right, listen, we'll leave it there then, lads. Big up to the man named Savage G, Dr. Blick in the building. I've got Savage's link for both his channels, or 3 of them, I should say, in there. G's channels in there as well. And I've added Mr. Blick, Dr. Blick, aka on Twitter. I've added his Twitter there as well. And the man them's Twitter as well. So if you guys want to go and troll them on Twitter,
don't tweet me. Don't tweet me. I'll ignore
you. Man, leave me alone, man.
Yeah, it's waste of time tweeting me, bro. I'll ignore you, bro.
I'll reply. I probably cook you.
You guys sound like such nice people.
Nah, bro. I'll check my DMs on Twitter like 2 weeks later, so it's pointless.
No, but if they tweet you at you and something, then you know what I mean.
I'm meant to say this, innit? And I'm not. Man, no, listen. You know when, man, when they get that tag thing, bro, I don't know how to check what man is talking about, blood.
What do you mean you don't have to check? You just click it, bro.
Hey, leave it, old man.
No, bro. It just comes up like, say you said something, or like, I don't know, bro. It just I get tagged in something, but when I press the notification, it just comes up with the name of who said it, and then like, say it will say you ends and then I'm like, what? Okay, you tagged me, but what is it?
If you tap on the actual thing that they said,
I did tap on it.
And then you scroll up.
You know you got to scroll up, bro. Yeah.
You got to scroll up.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you have to scroll up?
How would I know you got to scroll up? There's no scroll bar.
Why would you need a scroll bar to scroll up? There's no scroll bar to scroll up.
Hold on.
When you scroll up on things, normally it has the slight little bar at the side to let you know you scroll.
There's no bar at the side when you scroll.
Okay, so like this now, tap on it and then you scroll. Yeah.
I'm on Twitter right now. There's no scroll bar.
You lot pricks, bro. I asked you a question.
It doesn't. No, if he taps on it, it doesn't show up. But once you start scrolling, it pops up.
Okay, so if you tap, wait. What did you start that with? If you tap on it, don't show up.
If you no, it does actually. But it pops up really quick. So I don't know. Maybe you're locked in reading where it is. Do you know when, like, for instance, now if I tap on what you said, it pops up and then goes the scroll bar. But if you're reading it, then you're not going to notice it. But then I know to scroll up.
Oh, thanks. Well, then I weren't reading it because I don't care enough, blood. So. Because when man tagged me in dumb shit, blood, like, oh yeah, I see your 2 names and that. And I'm like, some random done just tagged all of us in this one thing, bro. I don't want to know, bro.
Man. Nah, but yeah, you guys could at me and whatnot, man. People are still angry at my Gravenberch take from last year.
What did you say?
I said he's lackadaisical and lacks physicality. Because he
does
did do
lack
that.
Physicality.
Yeah, people say I age like milk. People are still cooking me for that.
Yeah, but when you said it, you wasn't wrong, bro.
I know I wasn't wrong, but you know how Twitter, you know how YouTube is.
That's what you do, man. Leave them kind of tweets up. It comes full circle because at the moment he is lacking physicality, bro. So mate, leave them tweets up and it always comes back, bro.
Yep.
All right, man. Listen, big up though, man. Them as always, big up to the chat, man. Love for the love. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, man. If you haven't watched the earlier video was banging, by the way. I may add, it was cold. Go and watch that. G Savage, you got any shows coming up today? I know you did a show earlier, Sav, as well. Actually, let me throw that in there, bro. Well, go on, G. What you got popping up?
Shows? Nah, I'm not gonna do any shows for a while. Actually, man, I'm just gonna do videos. I actually don't know what video tomorrow. Just depends on how I feel when I wake up. Literally, whatever's on the horizon. What day is it tomorrow?
Friday.
I don't know. I'll see when I wake up. Literally, whatever video. I'll be honest. I just go eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and then just whatever's the one that I pick, and then So you guys will be as surprised as I will tomorrow morning, 9 a.m.
One I drop.
Yeah, because I don't know what I'm gonna drop. So 9 a.m., 5 p.m., 2 videos. I'll be there.
9 to 5, man. Big up to G, man. Still, you know what I mean, doing his thing. Sav, what about you? Something tomorrow, or you done for the night?
Nah, yeah, tomorrow. Something every day until Monday. So, but it's all on the wrestling channel. Just locking on there for a bit.
He said
Question,
you recorded
if Man U win the Europa League, had a better season than Arsenal. If Arsenal win the Champions League, just asking.
What do you mean?
Win the Champions League?
If they don't win the Champions League,
then
probably. But I don't know. But
they ended with a trophy, so you have to respect them, innit? Say better season. They had a terrible season in the league, but they ended up with something.
I was saying it's actually mad if Man U win this, because that means they've won a trophy for the last 3 seasons every season.
That's what they've been like since Fergie's left. They've always got something. They said, "I'm leaving with something."
All right, then, man. Bless up as always, man. Them.
Big up.